This video is made for entertainment purposes only. All credit to the author of this novel. These spoilers are from the novel, so the series can be different from the novel. If you like these videos, please consider us to support on Patreon. The link is patreon.com/blspoilers. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell us how we can improve. Enjoy. Plot. The story revolves around a talented surgeon, Wandee, who becomes romantically involved with rising star boxer Yak, evolving from a one-night stand to something more profound. Character introduction. Wandee, nickname D, a talented surgeon who is well-liked but has been rejected by his senior Ter, whom he has secretly liked for 8 years. Yak, nickname Yak, a handsome boxer and Wandee's love interest. Oye, nickname Yak's elder brother and a father figure to him. Cherry, nickname Ri, Oye's boyfriend who playfully calls himself Yak's mom. Plakao, Cow, Wandee's friend. Wandee Wataya intro chapter. Wandee expresses his feelings to Ter, who rejects him. He's devastated, as he secretly liked him for 8 years. He says Wandee is too soft and naive for him. He sees him only as a friend, his nong. Wandee has always tried to be a good person for Ter. He follows the teachings of Dharma and avoids alcohol, cigarettes, and inappropriate relationships. However, he feels betrayed by Ter's rejection and is determined to change his ways. He declares that he will no longer be a good person, signifying a shift in his life goals. Wandee calls his best friend Plakao to drown his sorrows in alcohol. The introduction chapter of Wandee Wataya starts with Wandee's emotional turmoil after being rejected by his longtime crush. Despite his efforts to be a good person, he feels that it is all for nothing, as Ter doesn't reciprocate his feelings. This chapter explores themes of unrequited love, self-perception, and the struggle to maintain one's values in the face of adversity. Chapter 1. Yak has just won a fight. He's covered in scars and bruises. Yak, his brother and Ye's boyfriend Cherry were going back home after Yak's boxing match. Cherry teases Yak about his muscular arms and scarred face. As they argue, Yak remembers that he forgot to buy Coke and decides to go back to the convenience store at the alley entrance. As Yak walks back to the alley entrance, he takes out his phone to message the person he likes. First, he thinks about revealing his feelings, but ultimately decides against it and sends a message about his everyday life instead, and got only a stupid sticker in the reply. Yak enters a convenience store and buys a soda, unaware that someone is watching him. Wandee has been out drinking with his friend Plakao because he got rejected by his senior and now looks for excitement. He is attracted to Yak's dangerous appearance and decides to approach him. Wandee asks Yak to pay for condoms and tells him to meet him outside. Yak is confused but agrees. Wandee is infatuated with Yak and clings to his leg, begging for love. Yak carries Wandee on his back to his condo, and the two eventually make their way to Wandee's apartment. Yak was surprised to find out that he was a doctor when he saw his keycard. He scolded him for getting drunk and not being careful. Wandee was surprised by Yak's good looks and the many scars on his face. He imagined a steamy scene from a Hong Kong mafia movie. Wandee, in his drunken state, though he was in Yaowarat in 1932, was caught between the Dragon and Tiger gangs. He imagined himself as Kimju, who the two gang leaders were fighting over. Wandee's imagination continued as he was pushed onto the bed and kissed forcefully. He told the person, who he thought was Piho, that he would only get his body, but not his heart. Yak, who was still conscious, was confused and decided to leave. But Wandee grabbed him and sat on top of him, grinding his hips against Yak. Wandee's imagination turned into reality as Yak prepared himself and turned around to change positions. Wandee found himself under him, with his wrists pressed in place. Yak asked Wandee if alcohol caused his loss of self-control. Wandee was stripped naked, and Yak's touch made him shiver with excitement. Wandee found himself lying on his back on the couch. Yak removed his shirt, and Wandee ran his hands along his broad back. Yak looked incredibly attractive, and when he put on the protection, Wandee held his breath when he saw Yak. Yak entered slowly, making sure Wandee was okay. Wandee screamed and trembled, but Yak comforted him by kissing away his tears and being gentler to him. Wandee was unconscious from enjoying this happiness too many times until the first light of the day came in from the open glass window. Yak attacked him aggressively, and Wandee gasped and rolled onto his side. But Yak just dragged himself to change into a new protection. Wandee asked Yak if he was still going to continue, and he answered briefly, "Oh, yes." Then Yak restarted his work again, making Wandee scream with pleasure. The chapter deals with the sensual and intimate exploration of two men. Yak and Wandee's chemistry is palpable, and their interactions are both playful and serious. The chapter is a reminder that intimacy should be consensual, enjoyable, and respectful, and that it's okay to be vulnerable and let someone in. To be continued. Thank you for watching. If you want to read Wandee Goodday Chapter 2 summary for free, then head over to patreon.com. The link is in the description below, patreon.com/blspoilers. Special thanks to my legendary patrons, Lepta Maya Rebecca Mizit, Anne Sharon Fong Tia Hall, Tamara Kumar Suzanne Chelsea, 212 Brian Starg Indra Natasha Narayan, Kathleen Lakin, Allow Martin